Have you ever felt like sticking to your healthy habits feels impossible when life gets chaotic, especially as a new mom? Between sleepless nights, endless laundry, and juggling a million things for the baby, for your husband, just like trying to take care of your household, it's no wonder it feels easier to skip that workout or reach for the easiest snack in the pantry. It's so much easier to just sit on the couch and snuggle with your baby, right? But what if I told you there's a way to stay on track, even on those days that are so chaotic? Today, we're diving into chapter 19 of the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, and we're talking about the Goldilocks Rule, how you can stay motivated and make consistent progress even when life throws you a curveball. And that feels like practically every day lately, right? This chapter is packed with powerful insights on why small, manageable challenges keep us moving forward and how to avoid the burnout that leads to stopping and starting over. Let's stop this starting and stopping routine. We're done with that. So if you've been struggling to maintain your fitness routine, or you feel like just giving up, like every day you just want to stop and quit, don't hit pause yet. Stick with me. We're going to break down how to keep those healthy habits going strong, no matter how busy life gets as a new mom. Let's make this happen. Are you ready? Let's go. Are you finding it hard to keep up with the demands of motherhood because your energy is always low? Is your weak core holding you back from feeling strong and confident in your postpartum journey? Do you avoid looking in the mirror because you're not happy with what you see? Hey mama, welcome to the Fit Postpartum Mom podcast, where you'll learn how to reclaim your energy, strengthen your body after pregnancy, and finally say goodbye to the postpartum pooch in less time. Hi, I'm Dr. Jenna, but you can call me Jenna, and I'm a physical therapist, wife, and mom of 4 girls who has cracked the code on how to strengthen your core postpartum in the easiest and safest way possible. I too struggled with my postpartum fitness journey as a new mom, but now I'm stronger than ever, and I'm here to help you do the same without the stress, exhaustion, or struggle. If you're ready to fit fitness into your busy schedule while you navigate your postpartum journey and stay motivated along the way, then you're in the right place. It's all about progress, not perfection, and I'm here to help walk you through that journey to feeling strong, confident, and energized. That energy comes from within, not your coffee. Let's roll out that yoga mat, girl. It's time to do this. I've got some exciting news and a little heads up for you. If you've been thinking about joining my postpartum ab rehab program, now's the perfect time. Why? Because the price is going up in January when I release Postpartum Ab Rehab 2.0. With version 2.0 comes even more tools, coaching, and resources to help you flatten your tummy and strengthen your core, but that also means the price will double. Here's the great news though. You can join now at the current price and still get access to all the upgrades coming in January. So not only do you lock in the lower price, but you also get the benefits of version 2.0 when it's released. But that's not all. I've been working really hard behind the scenes on something special for you. I can't spill all the details just yet, but something amazing is coming the week of Black Friday. So let's just say there are some surprises you won't want to miss. And I'm so excited to share them with you come the week of Black Friday, the whole week. Stay tuned because it's going to be super amazing and so big. But for now, if you're ready to finally tackle your core and feel stronger than ever and just get it done right now before the holidays come, join Postpartum Ab Rehab today. Go to livecorestrong.com/program and join before the price goes up. Why do we struggle to stay so motivated? Well, let's start by being real for a second. Motivation is hard to keep up in general, especially as moms, and our days are packed. And when we're sleep deprived or dealing with tantrums or intense crying nights, just piles of laundry, finding the energy to work out or even eat healthy can feel impossible. It is so hard to stay motivated as a new mom. It's like when we even try, I'm barely making it through the day, right? We are trying to do just 1 ounce of exercise, but we barely can keep our eyes open to make it through reading our devotional book, right? But here's the thing. The key to maintaining those healthy habits, whether it's getting in a quick workout or sticking to a nutritious meal or just staying active, isn't about having more motivation. It's about creating a system that keeps you moving forward. We just need to take a step forward. Even on those really tough days, we still need to take a step forward. So just focus on that right now as we go through chapter 19 of the book Atomic Habits. I just want you to think about taking one step forward. And that's where the Goldilocks Rule comes in. So we're going to talk about Goldilocks here in this episode. So the Goldilocks Rule is just the right amount of challenge. That's what we're talking about. Just right. So the Goldilocks Rule is an idea that we stay the most motivated when we work on tasks that are just slightly beyond our current abilities. Okay, let me say that again. We stay the most motivated when we work on tasks that are just slightly beyond our current abilities. Not too easy, not too hard, just right. So think about it like this. If you love tennis and you're playing against a 4-year-old, okay, do you have a 4-year-old in mind? It's way too easy to play against that 4-year-old. We are going to beat them every time, and it's going to be so easy that we're going to get bored, right? But if you're up against Serena Williams, it's way too hard, like impossible to beat her. And we're going to be so discouraged and we're going to lose motivation super quickly. And we're just going to stop and we're going to give up. So keep that analogy in your mind as we go through this whole chapter here. The same thing applies to your fitness journey, mama. Like you can't challenge yourself too much too soon as a postpartum mom. You can't be playing against Serena Williams right now. You can't be doing these hard workouts right now. We need to keep it just right. So if you're doing workouts that are too easy, you feel like you're not making any progress and you're like, what am I even doing? I'm just wasting my time. And you also start to lose interest too. Like you're just so bored with these easy workouts. You're just like, I need more. But if you jump into something that's too difficult, like going to a CrossFit workout or doing some kind of HIIT workout, something that is just way beyond your capabilities as a postpartum mom, you're going to feel so overwhelmed, so discouraged, and you're going to quit. You're not going to stick with it, and you're just going to stop altogether. That's why finding the right challenge is just so important at this stage of motherhood. It's about small, manageable steps that push you, but don't break you. You don't want to do something too hard and you don't want to do something too easy. And as a physical therapist, I'm a huge advocate for gradual progression. That's what we're all about. So I've seen it time and time again with my clients. When you take small baby steps, small progression, adding 1 or 2 more reps at a time and increasing the weight and just increasing it slightly week after week, that's when the strength builds and that's when the energy improves and your progress starts to come to life. You start to see the progress happen without overwhelming the body. This is the beauty of physical therapy, and we can apply these principles to our home workouts as a postpartum mom. So let's talk about that a little bit more. How does this apply to your fitness routine and your fitness journey as a postpartum mom who's working out at home and who feels so tired and exhausted and you just can't find that momentum to keep a consistent habit? Well, how do you apply the Goldilocks Rule to you? Let's talk about it. It's all about the baby steps, the gradual progression. Instead of jumping into high intensity workouts that you walk out of there feeling so sore, and trust me, I've been there. I've worked out so intensely that I'm like, this is great. I'm progressing. But then I end up progressing too much and I end up getting so sore that I end up quitting. I quit and I take breaks and then I lose that routine that I had going. So start with something that you can handle. Maybe it's just a 10-minute workout, just 10 minutes a few times a week, maybe 2 times a week. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but sometimes we just have to start there. And maybe it's doing a few more core exercises or adding some stretching to your routine. So rather than just doing the same thing week after week after week, start adding a little bit of progression. And that's why my postpartum ab rehab program is so key, because I'm adding that little bit of progression week after week after week. In stage 1, we start easy, manageable, something so easy that you can do it without even having to think about it. It's that easy, but it's also a little bit of progression day after day. And then in stage 2, it ramps you up again. So I have progression naturally built in where it's not too easy, it's not too hard, it's just right. And that's why I love the program, and that's why I see so many students have such great success with it. So if you're ready to jump into the program, you just go to livecorestrong.com/program and you you will know exactly what kind of progression you should be doing when and not going too hard at it. All right, so let's go back. So maybe you are just doing some extra stretching in a routine, or maybe you're adding a little bit of cardio to your core workout. So just add a little bit of challenge. And this isn't just about avoiding soreness or burnout, it's about staying consistent. So if you take on too much too soon, you're more likely to just get injured, right? And as a physical therapist, I don't want to see anybody get injured. So it's okay to get a little bit of soreness from day to day, but not that intense pain. So always monitor your pain to make sure that you're not going at it too hard. And you don't want to go too hard at it, because if you're so sore, you're going to have to take a week off. And if you take a week off, before you know it, you're just going to lose the momentum, lose the routine, lose the habit streak that you're going for. And then you just don't make the progress, right? So we need to make sure that we are staying in a consistent, healthy routine of small gains, less intense soreness, right? The delayed onset muscle soreness, we need to keep it at a minimum, okay? Especially as a postpartum mom. You are dealing with so much right now with your baby and with maybe getting back into work and leaving your baby, trying to figure out how to pump, all those things. We just want to keep things really simple. But when you follow the Goldilocks rule and find that just right challenge, you set yourself up for success. You stay motivated because you're seeing the small wins along the way. We love small wins. I love small wins. Like, that is just the key to success with everything. And then you avoid that dreaded muscle soreness, right? All right, so let's talk about flow state. James Clear talks about the flow state in his book. So this is like where the magic happens. He says, getting into the flow state is when you're in the zone. You're fully immersed in what you're doing and enjoying the process. So you probably can think of a few incidences when you're in the flow state. Usually people talk about this when it comes to work. Like, you're just going at it with work. You're like in the zone, okay? So scientists say that to achieve a flow state, you need to be working on something that's about 4% harder than what you're used to. Now, obviously, you can't measure that in real life. It's impossible. But I just want you to keep that into perspective, that 4% is what we're aiming for. We're not aiming for 50%. No way. Like, if we're aiming for 50%, that's that quitting state where we're just like, this is too hard, I'm going to quit. So a 4% progression, a 4% challenge is sort of what we're aiming for. And this keeps us engaged. This keeps us in that flow state. When you're pushing yourself just a little bit more than usual, whether that's adding an extra rep or increasing the intensity of your workout, just some kind of small tweak, your brain stays engaged in the workout. You stay motivated in the workout. You're not bored anymore and you're not overwhelmed, but you're just sort of like excited about trying something new in your workout. You're excited about the little bit of challenge, like, ooh, I'm actually making progress. I'm actually doing something good for my body. That 4% really matters. So you're in a sweet spot when you hit that 4%. So I want you to think about that when you're working out. Is this workout so easy that I'm really not changing anything? I'm not doing anything good for my body? Or is it too hard that you feel like you're going to quit in the end of this? Or are you finding that sweet spot, that 4% where you're in this like flow state? So I want you to think about that when you're working out. So how to keep going when life gets tough. So we know as postpartum moms, life is tough almost every day. And it feels like almost every minute, every second, even in the middle of the night, you're not getting a break. But what happens when you get bored and life gets tough? Okay, so you're bored with your workout and you're super struggling with all the things that mom life is bringing your way. That's when people get so overwhelmed that they quit. So you can probably relate to this completely, that you lose the motivation, you quit your workouts, you stop doing everything that you're doing to help you towards your fitness goals and your health goals. It's inevitable. It's just going to happen. This is hard life. It's hard, but I want you to stay motivated, okay? And so the big key factor in this chapter is about avoiding the boredom, but also accepting the boredom, okay? So we don't want to get so bored that we are not making progress, but also there's a point where we need to stay a little bored and get used to the workout that we're doing and just be okay with that workout. Just be okay with the boredom. So James Clear interviewed a coach, Olympic coach, who James Clear asked this coach, why are these athletes so successful? And his answer actually had to do with boredom. So I want you to listen to me for a second about boredom, okay? Successful athletes are okay with boredom. They expect that the training is going to be repetitive. They expect that they're going to go into their workouts day after day after day, doing the same lifts, the same training. It's always the same. Well, to a degree, right? It's practically the same. And they're okay with living their life that way, and they muscle through it and they push through it. So when you are working out, I know that you may be somewhat bored with, I'm doing the same cardio routine week after week after week. I need something fresh. I need something new. Basically, James Clear is saying in order to see progress and to get those habits really set in place, it's okay to be bored. And this is where progress happens, when you stick to something consistently. So he doesn't want you to quit. He doesn't want you to keep jumping from one workout to the next workout to the next workout and just never getting that flow state, never getting consistent. He said that it is so important to just be okay being bored. That's where the progress happens. James Clear says the most successful athletes, moms, and people in general aren't always motivated. They feel the same boredom as everyone else, but they still show up. That's the difference. And that's what I want to encourage you to do, mama. Just keep showing up. There will be days when you don't feel like it at all. You don't want to work out. You don't want to make the healthy dinner. But maybe you're too exhausted, right? You're just so exhausted. You just want to stay in your PJs. But showing up even when it's boring, when it's hard, is what will make the difference in your success. The only way to succeed is to fall in love with the process. Yes, even when it's repetitive, you need to fall in love with the process of working out, no matter what the workout is, but making that workout just right for you. Those small daily actions are what lead to the big results. So, some final thoughts for you. How can you apply this Goldilocks rule to your own life? Start small, challenge yourself just a little bit, and keep showing up. Even on the tough days, it's about finding the balance between pushing yourself and not overdoing it. And remember, you're doing this for you. This is for you to feel better, to be stronger, to keep up with your little ones, and not feel exhausted while you're being a mom, to feel energized. So before we wrap up, I want to take a moment and think about your why. Why do you want to improve your health and fitness? Is it to feel more energy, right? That's a big one. Everybody wants more energy. We have very little energy as new moms. Do you want to fit into your pre-pregnancy clothes? Do you want to be more active or more engaged as a mom and just be really involved with your baby and your kids? Whatever your reason is, keep it front of mind because that's what's going to help you push through when motivation dips down. So I just want to say thank you so much for sticking with me. We have one more chapter to go in this Atomic Habits series. We started all the way back in episode 61. So if you haven't joined us all this way, go back to episode 61 and listen to chapter by chapter review of the book Atomic Habits and stay motivated and get those habits grounded. Okay. And if you are struggling to fix your postpartum tummy, to restore your core strength. If you are sick of the extra baby weight and you're like, I am done with this and I just need to have a plan in place where I can just follow along consistently and know exactly what to do and when to do it, that's what my program is here to do for you. Postpartum Ab Rehab, you can join that program. It's a 6-month program and you can lose your postpartum pooch in 10 weeks. So if you're ready to join the program, just go to livecorestrong.com/program. And remember to always live core strong. Hey mama, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts? It would bring me so much joy. Simply scroll down to the stars and click write a review. Your review will help more women discover our podcast. Let's grow this fit mom movement together. And if you want your friends to come alongside you on this postpartum fitness journey, invite them to our free Facebook group where you can get motivated together. Community is key to success, and that's what I want for you. So join ours by going to the link in the show notes, and before you know it, the baby weight will be falling off as quickly as those stinky diapers. I can't wait to see you on the next episode of the Fit Postpartum Mom Podcast.